Happy Tuesday, lovers. I am your host, Dee Shields. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. We are going to talk this one thing that if you would do just this one thing, watch. And I'm going to tell you what happens next. If you would just try it, you will find that this is going to work. Happy Valentine's month, everyone. And we're going to talk about this one thing that if you will do this is wisdom. This is a life hack. I am your host, Dee Shields. We're going to talk about this for a few. Share the broadcast. You're listening live. If you're on Twitter, if you're on Facebook, wherever you are, can you share, and share again? I have a life hack for you that if you give this a try, 30 days, I promise you something's going to change.
With the thoughts in your mind, they're everywhere, and it's hard for me to bear, 'cause I get so lost, feel just like a boomerang, 'cause you change your plans every day, and you don't seem to care what I think or how it affects me. Since I laid my eyes on you, my baby, I just wanna make your dreams come true, my lady. If you're low, I'll lift you up. Just let me know. When shit gets tough, do you feel the way I do? My baby. Do you see me like I see you? My lady. I love you, but I don't need you. I only want true love. True love. My sentences when I don't know what I'm about to say, but that's what I like. We're just like yin and yang, but sometimes I wish you would hear me out and listen to what's on my mind. Yeah. Since I laid my eyes on you, my baby, I just wanna make your dreams come true, my lady. If you're low, I'll lift you up, just let me know. When shit gets tough, do you feel the way I do? My baby. Do you see me like I see you? My lady. I love you, but I don't need you. I only want true love. True love. True love is what I want.
I think we all want true love at this point, right? So listen, this life hack right here, this is full of wisdom. This is not going to be overnight for some of you super mean people. This is not going to happen overnight for some of you super selfish people. This may be something that those type of people have to really, really work at. If you're all caught up in your feelings, if you're so super defensive all the time, if you always have a reason why this isn't going to work and that isn't going to work, this may take you the entire 30 days that I was mentioning before. 30 days you could create a new habit. Let's share a quote. Go back into some people. Again, we're not talking about people and what you think about them. We talk about quotes and who said them and give them credit for their words, right? One of my favorite quotes I heard when I went to see this man speak live in Houston, Texas. Hey, Texas. This man said on a stage while he was preaching, but again, I don't do the whole church facade thing anymore. I have my own spiritual journey. Yes, I believe in God, and that's why I'm taking you into this life hack before anyone questions that. But listen to me. This guy said, credit for $1. He said, to change a person's mind, paraphrasing, was one of the biggest miracles that God has ever done. The universe just shouts across to everyone and says, isn't he so right on that? Right? Isn't he? That's the voice of the universe, right? Listen, a person changing their mind, a person changing their ways, it takes work sometimes. And a lot of people, they can put the facade on for a moment. They can make people think that they have walked in this different direction for a second. But to really, really be the person that is no longer everything that they said that they were, and to really change, it can take some work. Psychology says that if you can make a habit of something and do it for 30 days, you can see results, right? You can see that thing that you're working at happen, right? So whether it's trying to live a healthy lifestyle, eat better foods, work out, exercise, find a better career, whatever it is, putting that full effort in for 30 days will bring results. Like really putting it in, not saying you did it, not telling social media you did it, not putting up the fronts across the stories and IG, stunting and capping for the people, right? Like really going at it and putting your all into it authentically without putting up a facade. It is guaranteed that you will see some change, right? So this life hack right here, I want you guys to give it a try for 30 days. That's where that whole 30 days conversation was going. I want you to try this for 30 days. I've had people question me and really want the answer. And then I had people question me and they're just judging me. I've had people ask me something and they're just doubting me. So people always come to me and ask me about this very little thing that I have unknowingly, authentically have done since the beginning of time. I believe that I'm this way because my father is this way. So I totally, my mother chose the right man, right? So I totally give all the credit to the upbringing of my parents and the lifestyle that I grew up in and the elders that I had to mentor me. But my father, most importantly, because this is him. This is his way, and it's not a way of a lot of people, but there's just this thing that he does. And I, being a daddy's girl, said, you know what? I'm looking up at this guy and I'm going, I want to be like that. If I do people like that, if I just do this thing, and it's a little trick that you just have to do it. Like you have to tell yourself, I'm going to do this, and just do it. And somehow I subliminally just watched my father do it for years, and I took it on and started at an early age. And the next thing you know, it became a way of life, and it has blessed the circles that I'm in, right? So I want to share this with you, this life hack, because it's so important. So I want to share this with you. And if you will just get your pen and paper, lovers, because you know where this is going. I'm going to tell you, write that down, because that's what my Meemaw used to tell us. Write that down. So I want you to get your pen and paper. We're going to come back, and I'm going to give you this simple exercise to do for 30 days. And you're going to have to pull it from the authentic side of yourself. Like you can't fake this, because if you fake it, the universe is going to slap you. In the words of Cardi B, karma has a friend named Dharma, and the universe is going to know you're faking it, or that you have an agenda, and the universe is going to pop you back in your face, and you're going to have to start over at day 1. So if you want to make it to day 30 and really see a change, you're going to have to do this in a real way. You're going to have to keep it real, as they say back in Texas, right? Like you're going to have to do it real. Like you're not going to be able to fake this thing. You're going to have to mean it from your heart, because it's not me judging you. It's not the people around you judging you. It's not the person that you're talking to judging you. The universe is going to know whether you mean it or not. So I'm going to give you the life hack to stay with me.
It's not my fault. You've been lying, saying that I took away your peace. Drowning by yourself, now you wanna blame me. Like you have no options. I ain't take your options. Nah, I'm not the problem. Man, that's on you, yeah. criticizing me. Yeah, I'm always wrong. I knew you lost your mind when you dropped that bomb. Girl, are you crazy? Yeah, you must be crazy. I've been thinking lately it's you. You stole your peace, put it on me, but baby, it's you. Lying like a rat, but take your stuff back, baby, it's you.
That's that Revel Day. You guys know I love that one, right? Baby, it's you. So listen. This life hack, you have your pen and paper, you're ready, you have your notes, you have whatever it is that you're going to write this down. You're going to do this, and you have to be real. You have to be authentic. You cannot put up a facade. You cannot send your representative. You're going to have to be this, feel this, believe this. First of all, believe it. Because if you don't believe it, it's going to come off like a hoax, and the universe is going to know you're faking it, and the universe isn't going to give you anything in return. The universe has constantly gifted me in return for the way that I've been. I've seen the things that I've seen, the people that I've worked with. I've hosted stages at South by Southwest just from the people that I was able to connect with. I've been able to attend events and, do things like sit under Dr. Maya Angelou before she passed, sit under Whitney Houston before she passed, sit under CeCe Winans, I could go on and on. Gary Sinise, right? That moment happened with a conversation. We were at an event. He was supposed to just do the event, and I got to have a personal moment with him due to a little Tinkerbell thing that happened. So, I'm telling you, just authentic moments. Even the President of the United States and I had an authentic moment on the White House lawn, to where he sent me a gift in the mail after it happened. Just really doing this all the time, being this person all the time. You guys are thinking that I have some mojo. You think I have some secret sauce. And all it is just doing this. And I think that it is that season where I share this with you, because I think that if we create a phenomenon of people doing this, then guess what? It will just spread. And I think that it could make our world better at a time when you people are shopping and you are at the mall and you have no idea what's going on in our world right now. If you knew and you were not distracted, you would zoom in to full focus. Take life seriously right now and stop playing. And I am not talking about halfway doing it. You really need to get your goals in order, your life in order, speak greatness and positive and praying and a whole host of things. But here's this little life hack that's away from all that for a moment. This little life hack. I watched my father do it with everyone he knew. I watched his funeral show that he had done that with everyone he knew, because it was jam-packed. All the way to no seats, to people standing outside, right? This little life hack, it made my father the man that he was. And I believe that trickles down to the blessings that have happened to me, and just making sure that I'm this, right? Now, granted, there will be people that try you. There are going to be a group of people that try you. And I can tell you many times that I've been tested. But I make this the 95.99999 part of my life, right? And because I do this all the time, sometimes I will withdraw this gift. But I always issue it first. And I make sure that I issue it first, and the universe kind of blesses me in return. And when I see that disconnect, then I remove a lot of it. So let's write this down. What are you doing? What is this one thing that you're doing that you think is so great? Dee Shields, what do you think is so great, this life hack, that you think that if I do this, suddenly my life is going to change? Let's tell you the life hack first, and then I'll tell you some examples, right? Let me explain this to you. Treat everyone like they are important. That's it. You could put a period after that. You could put a whole bunch of lines and a happy face and some hearts and some exclamation points on the paper. Because I'm not going to tell you anything else to that life hack. Treat everyone like they are important. Get out of your own head. Ego, edging God out. Stop doing it. Treat everyone like they're important. I have had people come up to me. I remember a guy that I love so much. Yolanda, I'm going to talk about him for a minute. I remember Jarvis George. I remember bringing him to this little country town that I was living in called Killeen, Texas. Killeen, Texas, right? So I brought him to Killeen. And I remember doing the best that I could with letting people know, whatever. Do you know the responses that I got when I brought Jarvis George to Killeen? And he was doing amazing things. It was like, who is he? Oh, he was just on that Omarosa show. He's not that famous. May you rest in peace, Jarvis. You know what Jarvis loved about Dee? I treated him like he was important. You guys remember when I was hosting Blog Talk Radio and Omarosa had the show with Donald Trump and she was dating guys and kicking them off, and every Thursday after the show come on TV on Wednesday and Thursdays I would interview every guy that she kicked off, and every guy that came every week I treated them like they were important, and they became longtime friends from way years past the show. Jarvis being one of them. May he forever rest in peace. Connected me with some phenomenal people on his journey. Gifted me with those people because he just saw authentic, and that's what he would tell me. Jarvis wasn't just all talk and all socials. I would be on the way to UMHB going to classes, and Jarvis would call and kick it up and talk for like 20, 30 minutes. Just real, off television, real dude. Right? So, I am the type of person, I don't need to know where they're famous from to go and see their talent. I don't need people to be connected to people that benefit me in order for me to treat that person like they're important. I treat everyone like they matter. When the Black Lives Matter movement happened, the first thing I said was, sis, why didn't she call it Black Lives Matter also? Because all lives matter became a rebuttal because the also wasn't on the end. So you gave the racists the easy rebuttal. Treat everyone like they are important. Now the challenge. I told you guys I have a challenge, right? Racism. Boy, I treat you... I have to meet people where they are. And that's the part of the journey that's been hard for me. Because I want people to matter. And I want their life and what they're putting into the atmosphere to be important. And I want to find out who denied them of that importance. And I want to try to make up for those moments that they were denied. And I want to understand how anybody can parent children and not tell them how important they are. Not love on them and tell them how great they're about to be. Not the things that you hear me brag about my children. I was telling you they were going to be great before they even knew how to work at a job. What type of people would just disown people and treat them like heck? So I love on all those people who hate me, and that's challenging. I will take a racist and not do to a racist what the little bubble in the cloud said, girl, just slap. No. I'm going to find something in that person. And remember that connection on Blog Talk Radio when my listeners back then listened to it live, when an atheist and a racist came on, and he used to come on my show all the time, and Dee Shields, Diva, they used to call me back then, you're the only black person I like. You're the only black person that's good. You're the only black this, and that. And I just broke him down and broke him down and broke him down. Every week, giving him a moment to be on the microphone. Dee, don't give him the mic. Don't give him your platform. I'm here and hurt. And then I listen to him and I talk to him. And then he turns around, and a year or so later, he hits me up and he's like, guess what? I started going to church. I didn't tell him to do that, but he's like, I started going to church. I started believing that there are other people out there that mean well. And I met a woman, and she's black. I didn't do any of that. The universe did. The universe wanted to get in there, right? Treating everyone like they are important, like they matter. I remember I was in Nashville, Texas, and there was a guy. I was at the Always Sisters Conference, coming up to see Platinum Souls do another year at Always Sisters Conference, CC Winans. And I'm in Nashville, and I'm at the hotel. No, I'm actually at the airport. And I meet my best friend in Nashville, but he didn't show up at the airport to get my bags. And everybody, even John, when I go to Atlanta, Jonathan's family, everyone knows who I don't want to carry my bags, right? Hey, treat me like I'm important because I dished that out, right? But no, I just don't want to carry the bags. Like I packed too many and they're heavy. Who wants to do that? Maybe I shouldn't have packed them heavy, but I don't want to carry the bags. But there's somebody always, the universe just always sends someone. I will carry my bag if I have to, but the universe always sends me someone at every airport. So this guy comes up and he's like, hey, I could take your bags. He worked at the airport. He had a badge. I was like, okay, what is this, like personal valet? He's like, I got you. Where are you going to get a rental? And I was actually lost. So he takes me to the area in Nashville. And I go, thank you so much. He shows me how to get to the rental. He puts my bags in the car. He's like, can I link up with you? It's just something about you. Can I link up with you later? Now I'm in the church at that time, saved and sanctified, full of the Holy Spirit. Amen. So I'm like, I can't link up with him in a bad way, but yeah, I could link up with him and share Jesus, But literally, I was just so saved, I wasn't seeing any cues that he was seeing. So this guy meets up with me. I tell my best friend, he's like, you told that idiot to come to the hotel? I did. Everyone knows how he is, right? Yeah, I did. I told him to come to the hotel. He could be a killer. He could be this, So he stalks him from the other side of the hotel lobby, just staring him down like, do something and it's over kind of life. But the guy was really a decent conversation. So he's talking and talking. He's like, I think I feel like I should date you. Well, everybody knows how I am. You're not going to get to date me just because you carry my bags, I treat everybody like they're important enough to know that. So I said, look, that's probably not what this is, but tell me your story. This guy, this is going somewhere, people, so stay with me because it's the universe showing you why this matters. Because I could have dismissed him, and I didn't. And he sits and talks to me, and he's telling me his story, just going on. I'm working at the airport. And I go to the college, up here, and me and my girl, and his phone's just ringing. I'm like, you want to answer your phone? And I'm like, did you just say he had a girl? Didn't he just ask me out? I've got all these questions. Finally, he pulls across and answers his phone. And when he answers his phone, he tells the person on the phone, I'm talking to this lady. And so he's like, let me just tell her. I just think that she should be told. This is something about this lady. I need to tell her. So he tells me the story, and he's like, I am trying to figure out what to do because both of us are in college, and she feels that she's pregnant, and she feels that if she keeps this baby, her career is going to be over. She's not going to have a shot at life. And I'm telling her if she would just please keep this baby. So tomorrow morning, we're on the way to the abortion clinic because she thinks that this baby is going to ruin our life. And I then knew at that moment, he wasn't supposed to be my knight in shining armor who carried my 3 bags. This guy came to me to have a conversation that was necessary. I continued to talk to this couple. I talked to the couple the whole time I'm in Nashville. I get back to Texas. I talk to the couple. They hesitate. They go talk. I say, well, talk it out with your parents. They get both sets of parents. They talk to their parents. And guess what? I was able to buy their baby a gift for the baby shower that happened some months later. I sent that girl shopping at the mall when I found out that they were keeping that baby. That, single ladies, is a message for you. Not everything that comes your way is for you to lay low and spread wide. Sometimes people come your way because there's a message that they need to hear. The universe has drawn them to you. If you would just treat them like they're important and stop rejecting guys because you see a guy, he says, hey, he's not your type. You reject him in a nasty way. He treats the next girl like crap. Some of them go on dating apps and murder a chick. Maybe stop doing that. Stop rejecting people. Stop treating people like crap. Give people an opportunity. There's some people that, you know what, you meet a guy and he may be working at a low-level job, and the next thing you know, he's management. All because you treat him like he's important. You treat him like he matters. You listen. You care. You want overnight love and overnight sensation in thighs and areas that might not be. Am I on YouTube? Oh, I'm live. Okay. I'll say that. You get it? That's the lesson. That is the simple life hack. Treat everyone like they are important. You meet a musician and he's just singing around a fire and you think he's nothing, but you never know. Here's a good movie to watch for that. What's my favorite that I like to quote? Never Say Never. Justin Bieber. You ever seen that one? Go watch it. What if Usher had kept dismissing him and treating that kid like he was nothing? What if Usher hadn't taken the moment to listen to Scooter and believe in that moment of this kid going around strumming the guitar faithfully at every radio station, putting in the work? Because the universe does expect you to work. And he went and, every station, like, listen to me, I'm a YouTuber, and I'm singing, and I got a couple of supporters and some fans. And Usher like, okay, not today. But then the next day, this persistent kid, right? Let me hear what you have. Never say never. And then Usher does what he does, and he's Justin Bieber today. Scooter was persistent. Scooter walked in and saw Justin Bieber on YouTube and treated him like he was important. He wasn't Justin Bieber when he met him. But he treated that kid with talent like it mattered. And he treated him like he was important. Stopped everything that he was doing and believed in him. Got him all the way to Atlanta and bam, Usher. So many other stories like that. What if Oprah wasn't Gail's friend? What if Oprah had ignored her? What if those college moments had not mattered to her and she hadn't treated her like she was important? What if when Oprah got the offer to go up and get the talk show, what if she hadn't reached back and grabbed her girl and said, come with me? Would she be Gayle King? Treat people like they matter. Treat people like they're important. That's the message. That's the message. I've been talking too long. That's the secret. That's the life hack. That's it. I'm going to come back and say, see you later in just a few. Let me stop and give a very special shout out to Love Jones. Thank you for coming by. Tell my sis Sharon. I hear you guys I may not say that on air, but I hear you guys may be going somewhere where that will be epic, and I'm looking forward to that if that does happen. And then I won't put people's business all on air, but if that does happen, yay! All right, so listen. Shout out to Love Jones for not just listening, treating me like I'm important. Maybe he may say, well, Diva, you treated me like I was important. You know what? You and Sharon treat me like I'm important. Phoenix over there, you guys have connected me with her. Looking forward to doing something amazing with her soon. Like, you guys have made sure for years that people knew that I was important. You share my shows. You share a post. You share about a book. Like you treat me like I matter. You treat me like I'm important. And then I watch the universe bless your lives for treating people like that all the time. So keep that going. Keep that going like that. Like, can you imagine where we would be in this world if we all did that? What if every country looked up and said, we're all important, right? Your country matters. My country matters. Your people matter. My people matter. Set the issues here. Let's figure out how to make it all work. We all are important. So let's just figure out how to get along so that we don't screw up the economy any longer. Let's get this global disaster in order so that we can figure out how to get back to no mask and people living and people surviving, right? What if, right? Everyone say you're important. I can't be the only one. Love Jones and Sharon can't be the only one. Phoenix can't be the only one. It's a host of other people out there. They can't be the only one. There got to be other people. Shout out to the Sugar Honey. Tuned in. Thanks, Brent. Like, there's got to be more people treating people like they're important. Let me give you an example. Like, sometimes I'm like, who we saying hi to now, honey? My man is like my father. You know how you always end up with someone that's a lot like a parent? He's like my mother in a lot of ways, which is what one of the therapists said. Yeah, a therapist in holistic guy said in Boulder, Colorado. He sat with us one night and he said, you know what? Men marry the mother and women marry the father and vice versa kind of thing. Or no, he said it differently. He said, we always get with or date or marry the person that's like the parent that gave you the most, like the one you had the most tension with. This dude, he's so much like mom. May my mom forever rest in peace. But he's like my dad in that the fact, everybody his friend. Like, I treat everyone like they're important, but I can't have close relationships with people that I hold the door for. You know. I can't become best friends with everybody that I ride the elevator with, right? I'm on the elevator all day. Up and down, this floor, that floor. This man, they all become his friend. He's everybody's friend. So I'm talking to him earlier, and I was like, oh, he is the epitome of treating every. That's why I said I'm 95%. Because that other 5%, sometimes I'm like, withdrawn. Give me a minute. Right? Not this one. What's going on, brother? Ever been around him? Spend a day with Brent. It's going to be a YouTube episode. Spend a day with Brent Reborn. He loves everyone. 99.99999% of the time, everybody's important to him. I'm joking. But listen, treat everyone like they're important. Seriously. That's the message. That's the life hack. That's the wisdom. I hope you got something from it. I wanted to come in. I love you guys a lot because I took off from the office at 4:15? Ran an errand. When I got off, it's 7:41 p.m. here in these not so cold today Rocky Mountains. And I need to be in bed by 9. But I was like, I need to say this message because when it comes, it comes and it needs to be said. Thank you for those supporting me. Thank you for those hosting me. I can't wait to share with you on my socials a very important clothing line that has made me their ambassador. Black owned. And when I say the clothes are so sexy, the clothes are so cute, that I'm going to just try to give it everything I got. Okay, so I hope that you guys will support me in the process, but most importantly, see the clothing and support the sister because she's doing her thing, right? So I'm going to share that on my socials, so you need to follow me if you're not. For those of you listening on Twitter and YouTube and you're new to the show, follow me on socials. I am Dee Shields. I am DeeShields. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate those who came in the building. Love Jones. Keep doing what it is that you do. Thank you so much. Give my sis Sharon a hug. I appreciate you all. And I think I'm going to close